Hey, you guys, Stuart Pidlong, the most targeted citizen with Jethro. We are trying to survive. We're literally in a fight for our lives today. In North Carolina, they called for temperatures today to be 115 degrees. Let me tell you why. HARP is fired up. They've got that machine running wide open, manipulating the weather. They've kept it wet all season, all planting season. A lot of farms are just now getting their crops in the ground. So what they're going to do now, when they're planting right now, it's still muddy everywhere they're trying to put their crops in, so it's near impossible. They're literally trying to salvage any season they can. But now what they're going to do is they're going to put the heat on us. They're going to put the heat on us and trying to kill us. Yesterday, I come outside after having a good day, and the gang stalkers took my hammer. All the stuff that's out here, nothing else was gone except my hammer. And I always put my hammer in the same place, don't I, boy? Same place, same bat time, always in that top drawer. Completely disappeared. Yeah, that sucks. Had a blackout this morning. Let me tell you guys, if you don't know already, there's going to be rolling blackouts all over America. Why? They're cutting coal. Period. They're going to force us into electricity. They're going to force us into windmills and solar power. And that pain's going to be hard. California already is doing it. They're telling people don't charge your electric cars. So what are we going to do when everybody's got electric cars? We're going to be without power. That's my mission, to get to the water and get my solar set up ready so I don't have to worry about it. But power went out this morning. It was out for about 30 minutes. No problem. Yes, I went in a panic because I got 2 deer and a raccoon in my freezer. So I can't afford to lose that. Not to mention all the other stuff I've got put back. So that'd be bad news. Chest freezers are usually the best to keep. That way when you open them, heat rises, the heat goes out. Chest refrigerators or freezers will stay cooler a lot longer. Today we had to back up and punt. The situation kind of got a hold of me. I did the best that with what I had to work with. When I ordered my building, I got the 2 1/4 beams, the 2 1/4 12-foot post, 2 1/4, and the reason for that is because for my bows that go into that has to be 2 1/4 because my bows are 2 1/2. So everything was fine. This one building had the perfect legs on it, had 2-inch legs on it. When I was out here yesterday getting all the rust off these beams, I started looking. I said, whoa, wait a second. This one set is heavier duty than one of the buildings that I bought was a better quality product. There was a lot better materials all around, and that is this one right here. But the thing about it is these are 2 1/4. 2 1/4 doesn't go over 2 1/4 at all. So I was like, oh wow, Mason, this is not good. That means I've got to cut all these posts off of this one and that one and put the oversized in. And what I mean by oversized, I'm putting the 2 1/2 inch on here. This is going to be on here, and then my 2 1/4 will slide inside of these posts. So instead of going on the outside like the other ones slide down, these will slide on the inside. That really won't make any difference. The siding is going to set flat against it no matter what. So, and that's kind of the reason why they welded only on the inside and not on the outside of these beams. I welded around all 4 of those. We'll go check it out. My welding is improving, but still isn't really great. I need gas, and I can't afford $400 to convert over to gas. But got all these welded in. Still waiting to buy the Pour 15 because I don't like spending $40 if I don't have to, and it's going to take a lot. It's probably going to take 1 pint for each one of these. So that's $250 worth of paint just on the beams. So I'll eventually have to do it before this project is over with. I'll have to do that. So that's what we're doing today, and literally we can only come out here and work for 30 minutes. I'm soaking wet. We're just now coming back outside. It got so bad I couldn't even breathe. So the project today, we're cutting these posts off one at a time and replacing them. I need a chop saw. I don't have a chop saw. There's all kinds of tools that I used to have that, frankly, were stolen or I had to sell them to survive. So what we're doing today, again, we're cutting each one of these posts off and replacing them one at a time. Mason and I yesterday, that real bent pontoon, we went ahead and broke it down. It was easy to take apart, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But let me assure you, they're not going to come apart on their own, are they? They're not going to come apart because let me show you the amount of hardware that we had in these. All these screws, all these nails, all these screws, all these carriage bolts, and all those nails, and all these straps. All that hardware was in one pontoon. What you got, buddy?
Those were in it too.
And those. So put them all back over here together. So literally we've got about 300 pieces of hardware holding these pontoons together. I didn't even know I had that much in it. So I am not worried in the least about these things breaking or coming apart. That's why I'm trying so hard to do it and do it right. You see this pontoon right here? It's got a little curve to it, but I think I can take the majority of that out. But we're gonna build one more pontoon. We're gonna use these to scab in other parts of the project. But you see how curved they are, and I'm pretty sure this one was curved when we built it. So I just couldn't justify using that. It's too much of a hill to try to overcome there. So I'll be buying. I've got 2 more in the building, but the way they're set up, they're covered in that insulation. I just won't mess with it, so I don't have to go buy 2 more. These are $80 a piece now. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Devil, George Soros, Mr. Biden, for all your lovely inflation. But I'll have to buy new outer ones to build another pontoon, and there's the pontoons for that. So that won't take but about a half a day to build that one. But right now, the main goal is to get this right here. Hopefully I can knock this whole thing out before it gets dark. We got 5 hours, 4 hours. And he's walking in circles. It drives me insane. All he does is, he's like a dog on a chain, just round and round and round. Just drives me crazy. Anyway, this is what we're doing. There's my new welding cart for 30 bucks. So we're going to put it to use. I got to do a little modification on it as well. But I'm doing all this by hand. I got to cut these off with a grinder. And then I got to bolt that beam down and then cut it off with a grinder and then try to get it squared up. So this is what we're working with. I'm Stuart Pidlone, the most targeted citizen. God bless. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.